you. I'm telling you. I just want you to know that it's important.
Ellie, I told you who it was.
Oh, that's rogue. I can't lie. University library. It kind of depends how much privacy you have. It's like if it was my one, like I wouldn't have any privacy. Okay. Well, I'd still be like anxious, like there's like security cameras and like some guy in security watching me or something. I'd be so awkward.
Who's this guy and why is he in Lego Houses of Parliament?
I genuinely, that's what I'd be thinking.
Just say you do you're doing an architecture degree and you're just examining this coursework that you've done.
Yes, it's a 3D render, bro. Well, it is a 3D render, to be fair. Our Parliament is really like, it tries to be really architecturally accurate, so could work.
I mean, architecturally, I love it. I think it's great.
We kind of don't have a brief, so we're gonna improvise.
We're gonna wing this. That means
it's fine. It's fine. Who needs a brief?
Exactly. Tom, do you know if Theo wants the Commons amendments done as well? Because that's gonna be complicated for me.
Let's say no then. If it's gonna be complicated for you, it'll be complicated.
Well, no, it's always complicated. But I'm just because Theo said what did he say exactly? He said,
Hi, Broadmoor.
Same OP as Tuesday for Friday. Everything on this report and third reading, please.
Yeah, I told him only reports and third reading.
Yeah, so surely we're not doing Commons amendments then, because I don't know. It sounds complex.
Yeah, he was given clear instructions that it was reports and third readings only, on pain of me ripping his insides out.
Okay. I'll clarify that.
Someone team Benson Media.
Okay, we'll do Commons amendments on Sunday. I probably can't be here on Sunday because I'm going back to uni on Sunday. I'm still at home. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to bother a wig for now. Okay. Mallorca won't be here, so we'll skip over first reading. Then we'll go to business of the house. Tom, you can do that. Then report and third reading.
So what do I need to do? Which bits don't I need to do?
Just the last one. We are doing third readings. He definitely wants third reading done, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely wants third readings done. That's been made very clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
So all we have then is the communications bill report and third reading if the business of the house motion passes. The taxation bill report and third reading, the Crag amendments report and third reading, and employment rights bill report and third reading.
Yes. So Tom, so we start with business.
So Proudmoore, amendments can be tabled after second reading for the committee stage or for third reading, I think.
It's they can't actually be tabled for third reading. They're allowed.
But you can table manuscripts for third reading.
But the whole point of essentially, yeah. But
but if people are doing that and haven't given notice of amendments earlier in the process, it's not a good.
No. You're meant to amend it during committee. Like the main amendment bit is finished now, so we're not meant to do that. And because like in committee we went through everything, so you go through. Do you want this part to stay part of the bill? Everyone said yes. So there's kind of like nothing more we can do. Okay, let's refer to a previous brief on exactly how to do this, because I always forget.
We've got a spectator in the form of David F. Montgomery.
amendments should just be done like earlier on. The earlier the better, because it gives you more time for people to not argue and scream at each other.
Okay. Tom, so I will put something in the group chat so you actually know what you're doing. Where's Josh? Is Josh here yet?
Right, and
No.
I will open my bottle of wine.
Okay, we're just gonna, because Josh
As
isn't
with
on here
tradition.
yet. We'll just wait until Josh is here. Okay, essentially it goes like this. So I will say,
Okay, Josh is ready.
okay. Yeah, so the first thing is just business of the house. So business of the house, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal. Jesus. And this is just a normal motion. So nothing special here.
Yeah.
This is the one that lets us do all the stages today.
Yeah, this is just that I beg to move that Standing Order 44 be dispensed with today to allow the Communications Bill, the Taxation Bill, the Constitutional Reform and Government Amendments Bill, and the Employment Rights Bill to be taken through their remaining stages today.
My lords, I was watching a sitting in the other place a few days ago, and one point stuck out to me. It was made by the Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield, which was the government's tendency throughout this parliament to rush the legislative process more than it should need to be. So far, we've had multiple sittings where government bills have been permitted to have more than one reading on the same day. And I would like to urge the government to try and get out of this habit. Members of this House need time in order to analyse the provisions of a specific proposal. And by rushing the process, you are denying them that time to conduct extra scrutiny on the bill and determine whether there is any parts of it that do need, fixing, and also to determine whether they are actually opposed to it or not, or indeed supporting of it or not. I don't really know how I'm going to vote on this. I might abstain. I might vote no. But yeah, at the end of the day, my message is clear. The government needs to stop rushing the process. Let us do our jobs.
My lords, I do agree with both of you that this is becoming far too common an occurrence for us to be pushing these bills through on multiple readings, and we do intend to stop having to do such multiple stages. But at this point, we are doing this because of the number of stages that is introduced by the interesting decision that was taken with regard to the standing orders of this House.
My lords, I do understand it, but at the same time, rushing committee stage, second reading, third reading, in some cases, all on the same day, it's just not on. The government needs to get a grip on this. I'm slightly less concerned about it today, since it's a report stage. It's not a terribly major step, but still, I'll be voting probably against this now on principle.
Is this house even quorate? You don't want our answer to that question.
Don't ask that question.
Report of the Communications Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
Oh, here we go. My lords, I beg to move that the report be now received.
Third reading of the Communications Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal. Sorry, got distracted.
My lords, I beg to move that the bill be now read a third time.
My lords, the media sector, at a time when this group is still developing, particularly in terms of a map, the media sector is going to be crucial. But we must always make sure that the British public is getting the news which they deserved, factual, from multiple perspectives. At the end of the day, it's our duty to ensure that the British public get the best. Now, with regards to the specific provisions of this bill, Ofcom is always a necessity, really. At the end of the day, there does need to be a regulator to make sure that those high standards which we expect of our media companies are consistently met, and that action can be taken against companies that fail to uphold those standards. I'm not going to bore you with a long speech on this. It's a pretty self-explanatory bill. I will be voting content on this.
And then you go straight away to passage, Tom, without me announcing anything.
Oh.
And there's no debate on that.
My lords, I beg to move that this bill do now pass.
Third reading, report of the Taxation Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
My lords, I beg to move that the report be now received.
Third reading of the Taxation Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
My lords, I beg to move that the bill be now read a third time.
My lords, as I have said throughout this bill's time in the House, I am always sceptical about hearing the word taxation on Roblox. And as I have repeated, I am quietly hopeful with the in-game economic system that will be introduced. So I'm willing to support this bill for now, but it needs to be the subject of a longer-term examination to see whether it is really fit for a Roblox setting. By that particularly, I mean specific provisions, evasion of tax. I mean, it's Roblox. It's not as if we're going offshore to, I don't know, the Isle of Man, to some offshore tax haven to go and avoid having our assets confiscated. Yeah, really, let's give it a chance, but we need to think about what impact it actually has on the group.
I do just want to quickly make the point that while I agree with that tax is a very complex issue, one of the main things that this bill does, especially with its reference to tax evasion, is avoids us having to get into things such as the very complex details of the offence of cheating the public revenue and other such weird offences that are found around laws which can be found going back to common law and can be found in the Tax Management Act. And it's a very complex set of provisions to have to deal with.
Passage again. Got to do it every time.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was reading the other group chat.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
My lords, I beg to move this bill does now pass. Got that right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right.
It's a really archaic step. I don't know why the Commons doesn't do it. Report of the Constitutional Reform and Governance Amendments Bill. Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
You didn't say anything.
What was I supposed to say? Now. Oh, is it third reading now? I thought someone else was supposed to say something first.
You need no report. You need to move that the report be now heard and accepted.
I beg to move that the report be now received. There we go.
And I was muted. Third reading of the Constitutional Reform and Governance Amendments Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
My lords, I beg to move that the bill be now read a third time.
My lords, common sense bill, fairly reasonable time frame, I think. I personally don't see anything to reject about it. I don't know if the noble Lord Wilton can see anything that might potentially be problematic in the future and for which an amendment might be necessary. But as far as I can see, it's a it's a pretty good bill.
I was hoping third time lucky, but no. Tom, passage. Sorry, I can't announce it.
Yeah, I should have got that one. Yeah. My lords, I beg to move that this bill do now pass.
Okay. Yep. That's sorry.
Is there anything else left for us to do?
Yeah. Just there's one more bill. Sorry, I was about to type into the group chat that we probably can't do Tom because you're like a government front bencher, for obvious reasons. But I don't know. I don't care too much. But ponder on that while I announce this. Report of the Employment Rights Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal.
We have an employment rights bill. My
Report.
lords, I beg to move that the report be received.
Third reading of the Employment Rights Bill, Lord Bournemouth on behalf of the Lord Privy Seal. And Tom is responding to me in the group chat, so.
Yes. My lords, I beg to move this bill be read for a third time.
My lords, as I mentioned, I believe during the committee stage of this bill, I'm always a bit sceptical about commenting on legal matters. I'm aware that employment rights can be sort of important in terms of legal stuff. I also just worry sort of how will this work on Roblox entirely. But I mean, having heard from the I think it was the leader of the House who was in committee a few days ago. I'm willing to give it a chance again, but I mean, personally, I can't bring myself to vote for it as I simply don't know enough about the sort of legal aspects surrounding it. So I will abstain this.
Abstain from this, to be quite grammatically correct.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Mr. Notadev. I'm probably going to fail my English language GCSE now.
Or if it makes it better, I think I almost failed my English literature, so don't worry. Passage.
I hope I've got the timing on this right. My lords, I beg to move this bill does now pass.
Yeah.
We got there eventually.
I didn't actually fail English literature, but like I was on the cusp. I was so bad at it. I got like an eights in science though, so I was on like on a STEM run back in year 11. That's it. I actually don't have the Commons amendments, so even if we wanted to do them, it would take me time to find all of them.
We also need to, do the. We've got to do legal services at some point, but that's not today. So I'll do I beg we do now adjourn.
Yeah, that'll be easy. What text did I do? I don't remember.
But yeah, what's it called? We do need to sort out the amendments for both those bills at some point.
Yeah, we
Especially
will.
because the legal services one is just a common sense amendment that actually makes a lot of sense to have in there. So we just need to get that rubber stamped. Well, that's the only amendment I can notice. I better go and check that there aren't any more snuck in, but that's the only one that someone told me was there.
He's gone already. I would have said I do think. Whatever.
All right, good job, guys. See you probably on Sunday now then.